So this is what we have to work with. Bunch of dirt and gravel and rocks. So we're working on turning this into beautiful, rich, dark black soil. So you can see it keeps going down the whole road. We did some clover planting. So we did a frost seed, and a lot of it is starting to sprout. But as you can see, we have a little destructive human being here that likes to dig up the earth and destroy some of the seeds, which, I mean, that happens, but it'll work out. Can't tell her that she's bad for playing. So if you look at this, you see it's just gravel, dirt. Here we have a little sprout, another seed right here. A bunch of seeds right here sprouting. So that is all good stuff. Yeah, Vanny, leave them. Got some good stuff. We're gonna head out and take some soil samples.
Oh no!
Hey Vanny, say hi. It's got a bucket and a soil probe. Out there working hard, taking samples of the soil all over this top plot. So the soil probe is very difficult to work with. We had a better one, but you know, moving into our new house, we lost it in translation. It's somewhere, I remember seeing it, so working on it. We'll find it eventually. So this year I just ordered a cheap one off Amazon to make it work. He's getting as deep as he can. And putting it into a bucket, and then we'll mix it up and take a sample and put it in a bag. Send it out to the lab. He's just going around. I'm on baby duty. Let's go see what the baby's doing.
Yeah. You can play with that.
Good job, Vanny. Collecting the sample, you just put it in a bag. You can use a Ziploc bag. These are bags from the laboratory that we use.
100%. Good job. That should be good. First one.
You see? About halfway full. I don't
You
know
want
if
to put more in there?
see.
Go ahead. Alright, you want to throw the rest out? Throw it back in the field.
Okay, so these are our plots. We have this top plot up here. So as you can see, it goes down like very rolling hills. And we have a bunch of oaks that we left in these fields. So it kind of makes an oak savanna type situation. Then here on the ridge right here, we left some oaks and some pines just to kind of break it up. And it's very hard to plant this right here, so we don't really plant that. It's very steep, and the tractor and drill would flip over if you tried to plant it. And then here we have the bottom plot, so that encompasses all of this. As you can see, some areas have better soil than others. So way back there's some wood chips and gravel. Here it's all rocks and gravel down here as well, this whole area. So here too, it goes a bowl and then it comes up and goes down again, and then back there is pretty flat. But along this ridge right here, there's another ridge, and then it's pretty steep down. That came in phenomenal with fall browse release, I'm pretty sure it is, from Green Cover Seed. Here are a few photos of us from last August with our summer release food plot. So this is the same area, and you just have a bunch of different species here, and some of it came in good and some spots didn't. And here we have us planting green. So this is our fall food plot, planting right into that summer blend with the no-till drill. This right here is that little ridge I was talking about that comes in phenomenal with whenever we see it, it comes in phenomenal right here. This is just mostly rocks. It's kind of funky. But the deer did browse it down a lot. There's still some growing though, which is good. You can see the lines from the drill where we planted. Yep. Oh, here's a good example of deer browse. Right here. Oh, where is it? Right there. Look at all that. It's browsed down to almost nothing. Pretty cool. Not cool for the grass, but cool for the deer. More browse. Browse everywhere. So we had a bunch of holes too in this area. So a bunch of spots that were really deep and the drill wasn't passing through very well. So we took some wood chip and some loam, just kind of filled over. Like this is a spot. Over here it was really bumpy. You can see there's a bunch of spots of loam that's a little bit lighter in color than the darker material. We also spent a lot of time taking all of the leaves out of these two plots. I have a time lapse of me raking some leaves onto a tarp and dragging them over the cliff over there, if you can see the cliff. Here's the time lapse of me using Nellie as a counterweight for the wind, and then there's me laying down taking a break. And there were two giant piles there that I was able to rake out of the top plot and get out. Here's us attempting to move this giant pile of leaves, and then we gave up. So Norm started blowing all of the leaves off of the plot by hand with a hand blower. Let's take a look underneath. Okay. Yeah. So let's look at that. Wow. Ton of mycorrhizae fungi, which is awesome. It's just all decomposed wood chips. So these have been out here for what? How long have these wood chips been out here? 3 years? So look at that decomposition. Pretty spectacular. There's a ton of soil there. It looks like worm poop from being broken down. Awesome. So that is this whole area up here. So right here, it starts to become gravel. But this whole area up here, it hasn't done too hot lately, the last couple seasons. But hopefully this year it comes in good over here. You can see it. You can see some drill marks. Over here we have our milpa garden. So we actually, it did continue all the way to this container here. So this got covered with asphalt as part of the driveway. And there's been a lot of reconstruction in this area here. This is all loam and manure mixed in here. Here you can see a lot of last year's crop. Come on, coffee, stay. So this was something. I'm not sure what this was. It could have been beans. We had so many beans in here last year. Mostly beans. Mostly my fault because I read the directions for the milpa wrong and told my husband to go over it twice. So I blame myself. But this year we're gonna do it right and hopefully not overseed. This is all beans, all this, all beans. So it's nice too, nothing is J-rooted. I mean, that's a little funky shaped, but I can come over here and find something else. This looks like a corn stalk. Nope. This, yeah, yep, a corn stalk. So, this was a popcorn. It was a small, very small kerneled, you can see the kernel. Very small kernel popcorn. They don't grow very big, so they came in pretty decent. This has been gone over with the tractor a lot. Here, again, a lot more manure and loam that we had. Pile of wood chips. And you know, wood chips get in it too. There was a bunch of milo that came in here too. A lot of beans, mostly beans. There's a lot of duff on the ground, which is good. And still a lot of, ooh, that's a little sprout. Another sprout. We did a cover crop in here too with the clover. These are also photos from last August showing the milpa garden. You can see there are a ton of flowers. Look at this giant mammoth sunflower. And there are a ton of beans in this garden. It came in so full and lush. Yesterday we came out and I did some spring planting. So we have our raised beds for our traditional garden this year. I planted sweet peas, beets, kale, more sweet peas, spinach, lettuce, and then a whole bed of chard over there. What are you guys doing? Whoa! Whoa!
Having fun?
So a few of them I actually had some transplants.
The plant?
So they're little, but some kale. I got a couple little kale. I started 4 seeds inside a couple weeks ago, and only 2 of them came up. Same thing with the spinach and the lettuce. I may have destroyed one lettuce that I transplanted. It's just